Well, good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Well, people keep sending me stuff in the mail, which I love, and so we're going to do another mail time. Stay tuned. One of the privileges of running this channel is having communication with you guys, and especially getting stuff in the mail. I get letters, postcards, packages, and it's a lot of fun. And I also try to send letters back as often as I can, but I am pretty far backlogged. I apologize for that. I'm about 5 months, I think, behind right now. But let's get into mail time today. Well, first up, let's open this package from our friend Gregory Short. Well, let's see what Gregory sent us. It feels like there's some stuff in there. Ooh, looky here. Okay. Well, we have some goodies here. Okay, let's start with what looks like a letter here. July 19th, 2021. Dear Joe, I'm not entirely sure why it's taken this long to get this package out. I know the feeling, Gregory. I won't read the whole letter for you guys. I do like this embossed address and name on this. This is really cool, Gregory. Really neat embosser. But Gregory typed me a really nice letter here and some really nice paper. Does he say what kind of paper it is? He probably does, and I forgot it here. Anyways, it's really cool catching up on people. And I don't remember which typewriter this is. Did he say? Oh, yes, the 1965 Hermes 3000. And this is the so-called techno font, senatorial typeface, I should say. All right. Very cool letter. I'll have to enjoy that later. Next, we have a thank you card in the package, and yes, just a note, just a little typewriter note. Oh yes, thank you, Joe. Thank you for participating in Typewriter Club Live in May and June. I have enclosed 2 Type Pal stickers for you. They are just small tokens for the value you add to our meetings. See you online, Gregory. And I like the green signature. So here are my 2 Type Pal stickers. How cool is that? I might have to give these things away. I really appreciate that. So this is a Pass the Luck chip. It is a 4-leaf clover. It will always return to you, Pass the Luck. Well, obviously, I'm going to have to pass this to some other lucky person. We'll be doing that soon. Not only do we have a Pass the Luck, but we have a butterfly coin. Let's take a look at this. So this is a Monarch 2019 2nd edition, butterflycoins.org. The butterfly effect of kindness. Pay it forward, follow it forever. So this is a nice heavy, like brass or bronze, I guess it's brass coin of the butterfly effect. And that's pretty cool. Butterflycoins.org. That's a really neat gift, Gregory. I'm going to have to do that for sure. Thank you very much. But wait, there's more. There is a keychain that Gregory has made himself out of paracord. I know he weaves these out of, or knots these, I guess you would say, out of paracord, with a Type Pals keyring emblem. How cool is that? Yes, Type Pals keyring. I'm going to definitely have to take advantage and start using that myself. This little zine will save the world. This is issue number 1. This is Gregory's own zine. Suggested donation of $3. Website littlezine.com. And I really enjoyed the way Gregory made this little booklet. It's a notch above the average little kind of Xerox copied zine. It's really great printing, I think, and pretty good paper quality as well. And he's also included a little Be Ink Credible sticker, a little fountain pen themed sticker. And what's cool about this is not only the fun writing in here, but there's a little puzzle in the middle that he includes. So apparently this is the first of a series. And you know, one of the little typographical things I really enjoy about this zine is the label maker style typography here. Pretty cool, and I really appreciate it, Gregory. Thank you very much. I look forward to more of these in the series. And finally, in the package, we have this. A Maxell 60-minute micro cassette tape. Okay.
Hello, Joe. It is, what is today? Today is July 5th, and it's currently 11:17. Let's check in with the weather. Alexa, what's the weather?
In Riverside, it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today, you can look for mostly sunny weather with a high of 94 degrees and a low of 62 degrees. Enjoy the sunshine, Gregory.
Yeah, so this is actually the cooling trend. We've had a lot of days of triple-digit weather already.
Very cool, Gregory. I'm going to have to listen to the rest of this tape and really enjoy it. Well, okay, so I got this nifty postcard in the mail. This is a Mercedes 300 SL. So this is from Carl and Lynn, and we don't actually know a Carl and Lynn by that name, but I recognize, you know, the typing and the postcard thing going on. By the way, I do write typically or a stamp when I receive the letter, and then I usually write on it if I've replied, and you can see I have replied. And subsequently I get back this card on August 3rd, and it is from Carl and Lynn also. See, originally they addressed this as Joseph and Andrea, and then because I signed our card to them as Bill and Beth, which is our middle names shortened to be familiar, so I figured who this was. Yeah, we're doing a little postcard exchange with a little fictional people as stories, and that's kind of fun to do. Next up is a letter from our friend Michael Arau from Suquamish, Washington, postmarked from Tacoma on the 2nd of August. I got it on the 6th of August. Nifty little first moon landing 1969 stamp. And it almost looks not really a hologram, but it's nice and shiny printing there. Pretty cool. And he says, open from the top, right? Open from the top. So what do? Yeah, I open it from the side with my little pair of scissors that I like to use. This is a really sweet letter because, first of all, he's handwritten it in fountain pen with a nifty kind of a brownish red ink. But this is Tomoe Japanese-made paper. And if you've ever felt that kind of paper, it has a real smooth feel to it. It really is nice feeling, but it's thick and really smooth, and it's hard to describe. It's so neat. I did stamp it with the date that I received it, and he writes on both sides, and so you can see that there's no bleed through and no feathering. I think there's a little smearing of probably before the ink dried, but there's no bleed through, no feathering. Really wonderful paper for fountain pen, which means, obviously, it's probably pretty good paper for typewriters as well. And that's pretty cool, right? So if you can find good fountain pen paper, you got good typewriter paper, and I thank you very much, Mike. You know, it's always a privilege to get mail from outside of the United States. Again, our friend Florian Jung from Germany. And it's a nice, heavy envelope. I like the stamps. So he gives me a nifty letter that is typed, and he has a little handwritten note right here. He's just thanking me for sharing some of his handmade paper with some of my pen pals. So you know, Florian is the guy that he makes handmade paper, and he says right in his letter, it's a little too dry in the summertime to make handmade paper. So he doesn't have any handmade paper right now. So he writes this typewriter on a Gabriel Top Type. It's an electric one, he says, and so it has looks like a script type kind of typeface. He's saying the temperature is up near 40 degrees centigrade in Germany, and then the tropical nights are over 20 degrees centigrade. Actually, our weather has been pretty nice this year in Albuquerque. Rarely have we gone over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly been in the 80s and 90s. He was talking about his Maritza typewriter, and also, along with that, he sent me this photograph of his Hermes baby with his fountain pen kit and his little calendar thing. Yeah, I really like that photo, Florian. Thank you very much. Nice letter. It's just great to get stuff like this from around the world. Yes. Well, our friend Brenda Blomberg sent a nice card with some goodies in it. We first met Brenda a few years ago at one of our local Albuquerque type-outs, and she and her husband John were traveling through the area in their RV, and they just happened to show up, and it's great being in correspondence with them ever since. Look at those little decorative typewriter stamps. Looks like royals. Brenda is very crafty. She puts these cards together. Really wonderful, wonderfully made. Made just for you by me, 2021 Brenda. I date stamped it on the back so I know the date that I received it. Dear Joe, eat dessert first. Happy birthday. So this is a birthday card. Yes, this week is my birthday. Thank you, Brenda. I really appreciate it. And a nifty little card. She has really nice handwriting, and it's really nice to read this, and double-sided pages. So very fun, Brenda. I really appreciate these kind of cards, especially from people that, you know, I've met and I know them a little bit. And Brenda also shows up on the Sunday morning Type Club Live. So she's one of the participants. Well, finally is this book of poetry by Robert Grant, and he didn't mail it to me. He was passing through Albuquerque, and he stopped in at John Lewis's typewriter repair shop to get some work done on one of his machines, apparently, and he dropped this book off for John to give to me. And just a few weeks ago, I stopped in at John's, and I was really surprised to have this as a gift, and it's really good poetry. What May Come by Robert Grant, and if you look at the artwork here, it's upside-down landscape with a satellite flying overhead. So really you're looking at this cover from the perspective of space, looking back on the Earth, is the way I interpret it. So Joe, thanks for all your great videos. Looking forward to meeting you. Rob, July 14th. Published by Bravery of Muskrats out of Portland, Oregon. You can look for What May Come on Lulu.com. So this is a Lulu printing. We'll start with, just look at this first one, a poem about forgiveness. He drew his lines in the sand at low tide, near the rocks, still wet with remembering. Oh yes, so nice. So Robert starts the book with an introduction, a preface, where he talks about how he kind of got into writing poetry. The Woodstock Festival of Words back in 2011 in Portland, Oregon. He sort of goes through the story of how he was inspired by someone else's writing and all of a sudden decided that he sort of rediscovered writing poetry during this event. And then the main part of the book, of course, there's acknowledgments. The main part of the book is the poems. There is about the author near the end. He's been writing stories and poems since 1978. His work has appeared in a handful of literary journals and on numerous unsolicited postcards to family and friend. Anyways, very cool. And then hidden track, this little piece at the end. Always say too much. Always want more than is possible in a moment between two strangers. Very cool book. I'm looking forward to reading it in more detail. Thank you very much, Robert. Well, it's always fun having a look at mail time, what I get in the mail. But I got to tell you guys, I'm really backlogged. This package of envelopes, letters, cards goes all the way back to the early part of this year. Let's see, what are we at? We are at early March of 2021, coming all the way up forward in time to July, late July. So these are all the cards and letters that I have not answered. So I know you guys like to write me stuff, and I'll leave the address right down here, my mailing address. Just know that I may not get back to you right away, but I'm always thinking about you. And I always appreciate getting new cards and letters and packages in the mail. Well, this was a really fun batch of mail time stuff. So I not only had some very cool letters and cards, I get some poetry to really read and contemplate. I get to reread Gregory's little zine and really study it and enjoy it. I get to share some stuff with you guys. Hopefully pen pals and whatnot. I'll be sending these out. And then I get to finish Gregory's letter on tape and maybe get him a letter back. But I really appreciate your faithfulness in keeping in touch in the physical realm of packages, mails, letters, postcards. And I really hope you guys stay well and stay creative and keep writing. Yes, keep writing. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye for now.